Today on the show, we are going to be the What's up, young people? My name is Sechiti Isaac. You are very welcome to the YOtime Show. Today on the show, we are going to be talking about the life of young people before, during, and after the COVID-19 season. I have been joined by different people, very interesting characters. We have Sheila, we have Peter, and then we have Claire. You are very much welcome, guys. Before we proceed with the show, can you please introduce yourself? Let's start with Sheila.
Hi people, my name is Karunji Sheila Gabriela. I am 21 years old. I love serving and I serve with the worship ministry in Gawa Community Church. And I'm happy to be here.
You're welcome, Sheila.
Thank you.
Let's go to Peter. Peter, please introduce yourself.
Hello there, my name is Peter Magembe. I serve with the young people at Gaba Community Church. I'm a married man, married to the beautiful Irene. Now 5 months into marriage. So you're welcome to the show.
Let's hear from
Hello,
you.
I'm Amero Claire. I serve with the youth ministry and I'm single here. That's it.
Oh,
Searching,
okay.
searching.
I love it. It's very, it is very brief. I love that. Okay. So today we are going to be talking about the life of young people during and after COVID-19, like I had earlier on explained.
Yes.
But you know that the word COVID-19 has over been used everywhere. Every news network, it is talking about COVID-19, COVID-19, COVID this, COVID that. There are very many number of cases all over, and it is very, very sad how currently we have over 4 million cases in the whole world and over 300K deaths. You know, it is saddening. But you know, we want to know what is our stake. What do we have? What do we do? What are we doing with our lives as young people? That is why we are actually on this show. But before we indulge into this whole conversation, I would want to hear from Sheila. Sheila, you said you are a worship leader, right?
Yes.
And it is very beautiful that we have a worship leader today on the show because biblically, the Levites were actually the worship leaders, so they used to take the role in kind of like everything.
Yeah.
So what is your favorite worship song, Sheila?
I have a number of favorites,
Okay.
but
Just
the
give
one
us one.
that's worked for me this season
Yeah.
is called Yeshua.
All right.
And its verse is written from the Songs of Songs,
Okay.
which is actually funny because
The
most
love
people, most people use it as love for romance and all.
The high school
But this
people.
person uses,
To be specific.
All right.
but this person uses it to like
Yeah.
glorify God and
Yes.
talk about Him,
Mhm.
and it goes like. My beloved is the most beautiful among thousands and thousands. Yeshua. Something like that.
Wow. I love that. Thank you. Thank you very much, Sheila. What a beautiful day to start. What a beautiful way to start. That is beautiful. Sheila, you sound amazing. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Let us involve now. Let us go deeper into this conversation. Okay. Let us start with Peter.
Oh, yeah.
Peter, when we are starting this, I would want to ask you this. You know that before the COVID-19 scenario, it all started, you were living a particular kind of life, right?
True.
Yes, and you have actually been living a different kind of life now that you were in lockdown, staying much at home, all that kind of style. So when you are comparing both lives, the one before this whole season and the one during this season when you are spending much time at home, what would you actually prefer?
I think I would go with the before
Yeah.
It
You want a
became
busy life?
it was too normal
Yes.
for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's one of the kind of life God created us for.
Yes.
Where you go out there, you procreate, you innovate, you're working, you're busy,
Yes.
but also you're coming home to take care of the loved ones
Yes.
and give them time and talk to them. Right now, we are home, indoor, and the
Relax.
only business is the people at home. It is lovely to speak to them, to talk to them, and develop that new relationship, which is needed. But I think that part of us keeps on asking questions. Okay, where you really want to go out there and hustle, especially now when you come to this age of youth,
Yes.
where much of your and you have a lot of energy and you want to use it. You want to
want to
think
go
through
Explore.
and sweat and hustle and research. I'm a business guy. Okay, so you want to be there and sell and talk to these clients and so really, to sum it up, I think the life before,
It's better.
I think it's better.
I think we should maybe have a balance. We should have a balance
Yeah.
because it's good, to like have, stay home with family, love on one another. But then it gets to there's a point it gets to when this person you are like, why am I in like prison with this person? It's like prison with this person. Like
a scenario where you get stuck with this
yes,
person.
you're stuck
and,
with this person. It's like listening to a song on repeat over and over and over and over again. At times it gets boring, and you're like you either sleep off, doze off, or change the song, and
Routine is always boring.
So, or you get stuck seeing this person. You fight with this person. And you have to solve the issue
Stay
there
there.
and then, whether you like it or not. And then in the other life, in the life before, you'd go out, sort yourself, and maybe also get time to miss this person.
yeah,
And then you're
come
like,
back.
you think of this person, like, let me get them this. You come back, and life goes on.
I then now keep wondering how Peter, the married man, is doing it. But anyway, I'm going to get back to you, Peter, about that same
That's a
point.
tough one though.
But yeah, but before, let me ask Claire this. Claire,
Yes, please.
are there things you have you promised yourself on doing before when this COVID-19 season was starting? Because we've had a lot of time. So when you had a lot of this time on yourself, are there things you really wanted to do but you haven't maybe been able to do them?
Yeah.
Like what?
Ministry-wise,
Yeah.
yes. We had a lot on plate for the youth.
Yeah.
We had the youth week, which is actually supposed to be happening this week.
This week,
We missed it.
This week we missed
Yeah.
it. We had overnights. We had a lot in stock with the encounter service. We were supposed to be revamping it.
Yeah.
It was just
many
amazing. There were very many things.
Yeah.
And then personally, yes, have been looking out for a job.
Yeah.
I'm looking out, and things are turning out to be great.
Oh,
Yeah.
during you've been looking for a job during this season.
During and before.
Oh, okay.
Things are awesome.
All right.
I miss moving, though, adventure.
Yeah.
I love adventure. I'm one person that loves adventure.
So you got some job opportunities?
Yeah.
Some job offers?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's great.
Okay, all right. So back to you, Peter. Peter, I would want to know, still in this very season,
Yeah.
are there things you have been able to see or you feel that have had a heavy burden on you? What are some of those things you feel burdened about? What are some of those strong convictions you're having as a person during this season?
As I talked to several people, this season is special. It has been special for this generation. At least the generation after us
Yeah.
won't care. But
They
one,
will.
one of the things we've learned,
Yeah.
we've learned that we are vulnerable at any point.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Yeah.
And it hit me when we are giving out food as a Gaba Community Church.
Okay, yeah, I remember that.
And then we went out there, giving out food. Of course, it wasn't that enough for the entire community.
Yeah.
So some people missed. Now there is this lady came, sat on someone's house. It wasn't her house. Okay.
Yeah.
But she was there.
Were you giving house per house?
House per house.
Yeah.
Now I was the one with posho, 10K and 5K of beans. So I reached there, I looked at her and, hey, madam, how are you? You're from Gaba Community Church. We are coming. So this is your home. She's like, yes. I'm like, how are you doing? I'm trying. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, this is the head of the house.
lady's home.
Okay. So I gave the posho and registered. So as I was registering, I saw another lady opening the door. So I was like, hey.
Like
So as
the
I was,
real owner.
yes, the real owner. So as I was watching,
Yes.
the lady also noticed that the owner now has come.
come.
I saw the lady grabbing posho and beans and ran out.
Wow.
And I'm like, hey, what is happening?
Yeah.
Of course, at that point it is a shock.
Yeah.
But later, when we sat down, I realized this lady was fighting for food.
Yeah. Which is
She was fighting for her family, for her kids. And there, from that point, I've been noticing my neighborhood.
Yes.
I can't just move and say good morning and move out. I keep on asking, do you guys have food?
Yeah.
I use this word, muangula.
Look out for
Yeah. And they say, mnange tuangula. And I be specific. Do you have something?
something to eat.
Exactly. Because you can improvise. I'm in business and I realized you can get caught up in transactions during that day. Customer this, customer that, this and this. And you don't care about anyone else. But this period has really revealed to us that there is much more to our inner circles of business and what we do day to day. There is that family, the extended family, not just nuclear. And then there is those neighborhood, okay?
Yeah.
So you don't just think, okay, it's a lockdown, let me stay there and sit till the end, because probably I can have some money to push me into 3 days, another 3 months and so.
Yeah.
But then when you put your shoes into this person, the neighbor around you, you really see there is a lot to do.
Yes.
And there is a lot to do out there for the glory of the Lord.
I really, really hope that that message communicates a lot to the people who are hearing us and seeing us on the different social networks, on Facebook, on YouTube. I really hope that communicates a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
There
Thank
are
you
also very
much.
many assumptions with people that think that such and such a person, they're probably well off. This person is, they're fine. I'm sure they're fine. There are very many assumptions like that. And I think some people miss out on even the food that's maybe being given out because people assume this person should be well off.
They
This
see a
person
fancy
should be,
house,
yes, they see a
good
fancy house, they
gate.
see you driving and they're like, oh, maybe this person is.
He's okay.
Yes, that
Yeah, I
person
don't need
is
to
fine.
ask.
Yes.
Oh.
And I think people should, check even on such people.
True.
That is very, very beautiful. Thank you very much, guys. That is
You're welcome.
really, really kind of you. I hope our viewers can extend such kind of life to your neighbors, to your parents, to your relatives, the people you've taken long without communicating to. Look out for them, ask them, call them. It's very helpful. Thank you very much, guys. Now, over to you again, Sheila. This season has kind of like been a bit long. We've been here for now I think 2 months, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Now, is there something you really would love to do immediately after this lockdown period? Is there something you can't wait to do? Like immediately after COVID-19 ends, I can't wait to do this.
I think 2 nights ago, I was home and I wrote down a list of things I would want to do immediately after.
Yeah.
And I think, okay, this might sound, foolish or, funny, but I think the thing I would love to do, like, immediately after is drive.
Wow.
Like,
Like
earlier this week when the president announced that the cars were like allowed to move, I jumped up and like screamed and until they were
Before
like
you had
the masks issue. so I would love to drive. You know how you can start something and you learn something and you love it, and then when you're starting to do it, it just comes to an end. Like they just tell you to stop. So I just started driving, and I think that's one. And then another thing is I would love to like get my music into studio. I've written down songs during this period,
That's nice.
and I would like to get my songs to
You write
studio.
music.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I think afterwards I would love to do. I've noticed there are essentials, like there are jobs that are essential, and there are jobs that are less essential. So I think I would love to.
Yeah.
So I think I would love to. I'd love to take a course in probably journalism, which is
Because
or
it's-
media.
yeah,
Yes, because it's like
essential. It's
yes.
It's essential. It's essential.
yes.
And I can't wait to listening for your music.
Oh, Sheila, you've talked about music.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, I think this would be the best time for you to be recording your music.
Yeah, but the issue is transport.
Oh, transport.
Moving from home to the studio. I tried it once. I walked once to Salama,
Yeah.
and man,
It's
The
it was
muscles.
yeah, it's far. Yes.
Let us hear from Claire. Claire, is there something in particular you can't wait to do immediately after this whole season is done?
Yeah.
What?
Moving
You,
out
you,
of this.
Oh, no.
vacating,
You,
Ghana.
you really want to move out, like
Yeah.
see what is happening.
Yeah. Same place, same area, same everything.
it is.
So I need to move. Get out there, see different things, different people, interact.
You know what, guys? I've remembered. As you guys are really excited about when this whole season is ending and all, like she can't wait to move, she can't wait to drive. You know, today on WhatsApp, I was checking through my WhatsApp, and you know, I saw a rare picture. Here is that picture. Someone is like very, like, for the students, they are reading a lot now that they are anticipating to open, because you know they can't wait.
The
Yeah.
candidates.
So this is really funny. I loved it. Anyway, moving on. I want to ask Peter. You are married. You've been married for now like 5 months, right? You said
Yeah,
5,
6, huh?
6
There are
months.
6, right? Yeah. So Sheila was talking about something to do with you know,
Getting
seeing
nagged with the same person.
You know, and you can, you know, and before, when someone like nags you, there is an option of, you know, move out.
Just walk out.
You know, walk out, go, come back later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Free
Yeah.
space.
But now, Peter, I was reading the news recently, and I realized that the number of domestic violence cases in families today in Africa, in Europe, in almost all continents in the world,
Yeah.
actually on the rise.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
You're
So,
right.
which is a little bit tricky. So, Peter, what do you think causes this?
Well, partly, the truth is, we are in, can I say, uncharted territory. We are not ready for this.
Yes.
Okay, as human beings,
Mm.
and now all of a sudden you have to be with this person for 24 hours
Yeah.
every day,
24/7.
24/7.
Be with them.
To be with them. Okay, and you are humans.
Mhm.
You know, we want to be free.
You have to
There
be
is
with
that
them.
freedom in us.
Yeah.
Okay, how dare you telling me to do that?
Yeah.
How dare you? You know, so it is hard. And for the newly married, remember, the truth of the matter, 6 months is not a long time.
But I would think that's
Okay.
a time for you to, like, you know, have
Exactly.
honeymoon, you know, love on each
Exactly.
other.
So you realize one of the causes for this domestic violence is probably you are, sometimes you are not even aware of what you are doing because it's more psychological. And now, if you can't control the circumstances, that's what happens. For us, it has helped that my wife works from home.
Yeah.
And at least every single day when we wake up after breakfast, at least we have those 3 to 4 hours when we are busy.
Yeah.
She's busy working from home, and I'm also,
busy.
yeah, I get busy. I've been studying. I had a course to take, a diploma in management. And then when I finished it, I carried on with my research for my next project in manufacturing.
Oh, you seem
So-
like a busy man, Peter.
Yes, I'm a business guy, you know. So at least we've had those 4 hours
Yeah.
when we're busy. And in the evening, every day, almost every day, at around 5 or 4,
Yeah.
we just get out and walk. and
You
walk.
you just have an evening walk randomly.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And sometimes we have no idea
Relaxing.
where we are going, but we just walk. And that gives us time
Yeah.
to see new things, new people, and that creates more stories to talk about.
Yeah.
You know, when you are
Like,
indoor.
is it like something to spice up the whole relationship?
Like spicing up.
I'm telling you, once you
Wow,
are
I like
indoor,
that. That's a good one.
once you are indoor, you can tell stories, and man, you have no more stories to tell. You talk about TV, what, and they're done. So you move out there. Trust me, every day you're on the road, you are seeing people, you're seeing cars, you are seeing things, and you get back, they happen to be your stories.
Yes.
And they happen to be like therapy.
Yeah.
Somehow, funny things happen, you laugh about it. And then, you know,
Move on.
the day's done, then a new day, and
You keep building.
you keep building.
Oh, that's a good one.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, but sitting there 24/7, man, it's terrible.
Okay, that's amazing. Thank you very much. I'm loving this. Thank you very much, Peter. So, Claire, let me ask you something. Claire, are there things you've had to give up on because of this particular season?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
I've had to give up on church.
Oh yeah,
Like-
that's everyone has given
Yes,
up on.
definitely. But live streaming.
Okay.
Live streaming. Back at home, we are coming from different churches. So here is a Sunday where everybody wants to live stream
Their
that
church.
church. Yes, exactly.
So
That
how many
church.
churches do you have in your family?
So around 4. So everyone wants to live stream that church, and you're all seated together.
the same
We are
time.
saying, okay, we want to pray as a family. So we sit down before, on a Saturday night, we sit down and have a talk. Who are we going to be watching? Which pastor is going to be speaking to us this Sunday? So you agree on something, and then you go with that. Say, I miss, the church, Gaba Church, live streaming with the rest of the entire.
So when we are commenting on YouTube, Pastor this,
I'm nowhere to be seen.
Okay, I love that. That's a good one. Okay, all right. Let's proceed. Let's proceed. Claire has talked about is more into the ministry bit of it. She's talking about ministry. Sheila, picking from what Claire has said,
Yeah.
you are a worship leader, and your ministry is more into church related, right?
Yes, yes.
So you come to church, sing, and that's where you do your ministry. Now that church has been closed, how then are you doing ministry?
Actually, just a little correction.
Yeah.
Church has not been closed.
What?
It's the building that's been
Oh, okay.
closed.
Yeah.
We are the church.
Okay.
So I think when God let this whole COVID come in and the lockdown come in, He wanted us to go back to the roots,
Yeah.
go back to the beginning where family was the first ministry, because usually you are busy everywhere and then
You're
like
doing
it
this,
has
you're
it
doing
has become
that.
like a routine.
Yeah.
Wednesday I come to church for Wednesday they sell at home, but then I have rehearsals at church.
Okay.
And then after Wednesday, Saturday sound check, then Sunday church.
You almost
and
spend
then,
the whole
and
week
then
here.
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday school, and maybe I go to because I've been having dance at Watoto Church.
Yeah.
So it's like everything had started revolving around church,
Yes.
which is not bad,
Yeah.
but then at the same time we need to go back to the first thing, which was family. Family is supposed to come first. Like you're supposed to first minister to your family,
Family
before
before.
you go and minister out to other people.
Okay.
Because you'll come to Sunday and sing, but then your mother is not happy with you at home. Your grandmother is
You've
angry
angered
at you.
them.
And then they come and they're supposed to
See you.
you're supposed to lead them. You're supposed to lead them in worship, which is something that is
Sounds really
Yes.
It's
So what there and they say, if she's the one leading, then I'll never come back to
and
this
then
church.
they see someone worshiping and they're deep, they've been taken up. They're like, if only she knew what this one is. So it
is,
becomes also like you become like a stumbling block somehow to
Yes.
people like that. So I think we need, like, I think God wants us to like go back to the first love, to the first like family first, to go back and change ourselves and transform ourselves, be renewed,
Yeah.
renew our minds and change ourselves so we can, because we had been, I think we had been conformed to the patterns of the world.
Like it's the
Yes,
same
it's like the
every
same
day.
thing, the same thing. You come to church and you know you have 25 minutes of worship, so you have to like. So I think
Yeah.
yes. So God wants us to like come back to Him and make Him make Him the first, and then start with ourselves and then go on to family and then to others later.
All right,
That's a
that's
good one.
that is
a
good.
good one.
Now that is more in the worship ministry.
Yes.
Now Claire volunteers with the youth ministry of Gawa Community Church, right? Now, how is it then? How is ministry for you? Because youth ministry is at Gawa Community Church. How is it then for you? How are you doing ministry?
Personally, ministry is tricky in this kind of season,
Yes.
especially with the young people.
Yeah.
Young people in this season, let me say, they think a lot. Like their brain is so active since they're doing less.
They are
They
at
are
home.
very
Yeah.
active.
Yeah.
So
Is your brain active though?
very active.
Okay.
I
Let's
keep
going.
thinking.
Yeah.
So getting them to listen to you, getting them to ministry, getting them to do what you want them to do is kind of tricky and hard.
Yeah.
Since they're looking at so very many things in this season. They're looking mostly at social media. Social media has captured most attention in this season, since it's all that they spend time on in this season. Personally, at home, I have, it's easier for me, since even if it's curfew time, I can easily call out my neighbors, call out a few friends. We sit around, have a cup of tea and talk stuff.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
easier
yeah.
for me, since it's an enclosed environment.
Yes.
It's easier. You can call out neighbors, call out a little friends. You talk.
Let's
Yeah.
do ministry.
Come, let's talk. Let's talk things. You can have an evening walk,
Yeah.
a night walk,
Oh, but
Yeah.
curfew time.
curfew time,
No,
but
these
it
guys,
doesn't affect
they have,
us
the
indoors.
kind of estate.
enclosed.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
We are
the estate
enclosed,
is
so
enclosed,
it
okay.
doesn't affect us.
Yeah.
We can move around a kilometer. We come
Yeah,
back.
come back, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. That is beautiful.
So you've had fellowships with
Yeah.
neighbors and all
Yeah,
that.
I
That
have
helps.
several
Actually,
of
we
them.
also have sale at home. Like every Wednesday, we still keep sale, and we have the
Yeah.
sale. Yes,
And do you lead the worship in the cell?
once in a while, we give everyone opportunity to like
Okay.
to
Everyone
lead.
becomes a pastor on a
Yes,
different
everyone
day.
becomes a person on a
That's-
different day. Everyone sings on a different day, so it's like
That is beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm happy. I'm enjoying this. So Peter, I would want to hear from you. You said you were a business person.
Yeah.
And you would agree with me that business can also be ministry for you.
Sure.
Peter, how are there things or lessons you've had to learn during this season of the pandemic as a business person that you would really want someone who is listening to us to learn and from what you've learned, teach them the lessons?
My friend, I have a pamphlet of lessons. You know what happened?
give us
This
a
thing
few of
happened
those.
in China, and we are laughing at it.
Yeah.
You know,
It's real.
bad for them.
Chinese flu.
That's when it started.
It was a joke.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, we are indoor.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, many business people, you rarely find a business guy with cash.
Yeah.
It's not like these guys are employed somewhere and have a salary and all
Yes.
that. Business guys don't carry cash. Usually that cash is in stock. They keep on reinvesting.
Yeah.
And now, all of a sudden, boo. You can't work, you can't access your workplace and all that. So it has been a tough one. But when it happened, during that time, I had a tough period in my former business where I was producing tomato sauce,
Yes.
and kind of business went south.
Yeah.
And so I was still rebuilding. I was carrying on with my research and contacting the investors and all that.
Okay.
And during that time, I started doing a course, diploma in management.
Okay.
I carried on with that.
Okay.
And then I went on with the research. Okay.
So you're doing the course and then you're.
Yeah, the course, I'm done with it.
Oh, you're done with the
Yes,
course.
exactly.
Congratulations, Peter.
Thank you.
Cake, cake.
We're waiting for the celebration.
I'm done with that, and now I'm doing this research, so that by the time we are done with this lockdown, my head is up there to
Yes.
start a new project. But if there is anything we've learned in this period, we have essential workers. And those workers which
Okay.
are, who are not that essential, right? It has been a lesson, trust me,
Okay.
in business. We have so many people in business, they are in trading, general merchandise. And you've realized those things are not, they will take time to come back to life.
Yeah.
That's the truth. One of the essentials is manufacturing. And I thank God. I noticed that before this pandemic. And I'm carrying on with that.
Yes.
And this lesson is a lesson also to guys who still have chance. For example, guys in O level, guys in high school.
The people who are studying.
Okay, guys who are studying, you can still be focused. And you know what? We've noticed. We never had this chance to really understand what is more essential and what is not. Sometimes some people did a course out of, peer pressure and all that.
And people have argued about it here and there.
Exactly.
I'm not essential. No, you can't do without me. No, you can't do
You
without
get
me.
it?
Yeah.
But for the guys who are out there, who are still in school, my friend, you have a chance to rethink, to make up a good combination that will make you be one of the engineers, participate in medical world, participate in news world, journalism and all that, okay? And start a new chapter in business. And for guys who are doing business, I know it is tough, especially for guys, for example, trading, importing T-shirts and all that. General manufacturing.
Young people do
Exactly.
that.
Young people do
Those are
that.
businesses young people do because, we don't have a lot of capital.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now, the truth of the matter, our economy is going down,
Yeah.
by the way, before it comes back. It will be worse before it gets better. And those guys might get back to life like mid-2021. You can't wait till then. This is the time to rethink and get opportunities, okay? For example, our friends in tailoring and all that, now they are making fortune out of that. I'm sure there are so many other opportunities we can utilize and make better opportunities out of them and start earning. I know you won't earn a million right away, but if you get opportunity where you can earn $1 a day, and then after 2 months you earn $5 a day, it will be gradual. I just want to encourage them, okay? I just want to encourage you guys. It will be hard, trust me. We are just starting. Government is easing the lockdown slowly by slowly. But business to get back to its peak, it will be next year. And you can't sit home for all that time. And I want to encourage you, if you've managed to stay home without a salary, without an earning, and you are alive for all these 3 months, trust me, you will survive with $1 a day, $5 a day, until you make it.
There's hope.
Wow.
But you get these opportunities and make great use of them.
I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Peter. That is really, really encouraging. I would want to let's get to Claire. Claire, you said that there are those things that you gave up. You've been able to give up during this lockdown period, and there are those things you really anticipate on doing. But in all this season, what has been your pushing force? What has been your inspiration as Claire? What has kept you moving?
What has kept me moving
Yeah.
is knowing that in every difficult time, in every hard time, in every storm, find a positive. Find something that is good in the season.
Yeah.
Find something that you can look out for,
It
even
is
if
tough.
it's find a stepping stone to just get out and fly.
Yeah.
Find something to lift you high
Yeah.
and put you higher. That has been my driving force.
Yeah.
That even in this season, there is there is still light at the end of the tunnel. I can at least see it.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
now, Claire. Let me give a perfect example. For me, I'm a student at Uganda Christian University.
Yeah.
I'm a finalist. But as I was about to do my exams, this whole season started, so we had to go back home and all. But at least I'm about to finish. You know
Yeah.
what? But there are people out there who are like maybe senior six, Vakis, no, not really Vakis, but they are currently in senior six.
Yeah.
School students, or there are those, different people, young people who don't know where their tuition is going to come from after this whole thing. What is that? What do they have? What would you want to tell them?
My advice to you young people, it's not the end.
Yeah.
It's not the end. The fact that you've been able to move this far, the fact that God has helped you move this far, He'll see you to accomplishment. He'll see you through. The fact that He has brought you through all the levels that you've been through, He accomplishes whatever He starts. So
Yes.
trust in God. Put your faith in God. Just have a little more faith, a little more faith every day, a little more faith. It changes everything. The way you look at life changes everything. The way you look at your perspective in life changes everything.
Yes.
So just have a little more faith in life. Pray, don't lose hope. There is still hope for you. There is still hope for education. There is TV. People studying on TV.
Yeah.
There
Why would
is.
you
Yeah,
study on
people.
TV?
No, no, no,
There,
no.
there are free
University-
lectures.
We actually don't. For us, we don't study on TV, but
And
but
you can
anyway,
also
okay.
consult a
Zoom.
few
Zoom.
friends.
Uh-huh.
You can consult a few friends. A few friends
I
can
do,
help.
I do a lot of personal reading as an individual, but yeah, well, that's encouraging, Claire.
Yeah.
Now, Claire has actually talked about TV, and I've noticed that whole aspect of technology in this
Yeah.
whole season. So, as young people, now Sheila, this goes to you. Sheila, you are a young girl. Is that appropriate?
It's fine, it's
okay,
fine.
cool. Okay. So Sheila, and last week I saw you on TV leading worship.
Yeah.
You noticed that.
Yes.
But you are a worship leader at Gaba Community Church.
Yes.
However, Sheila, there are not everyone, not every church has probably a live stream,
Yes.
or not everyone has a TV in, like their
Yeah,
houses.
yeah, true.
And it's one of actually the reasons as to why some of us did not do our online exams, because not everyone has. But anyway, so Sheila, for a person who gets a lot of difficulty accessing these things, TV,
Yeah.
radio, the internet, and all that, what is there for them to do? How are they doing their ministry? How are they?
Well, there's a scripture
Yeah.
in the Bible. I'm not sure where it is exactly,
Yeah.
but I'm going to paraphrase
Paraphrase,
it.
yeah.
Yes, that for everything God has planned, He provides.
Okay.
He provides for everything He has planned or everything He has put in place. Like He provides.
Yes.
If He has put you in that place, there is a reason why.
Why you're
Maybe you're
there.
supposed to learn from it. Maybe you're supposed to teach someone else
Yes.
out of it. So all I can ask them to do, or all I can tell them to do,
Yes.
is to wait on the Lord and pray and ask Him, what I'm in this position. Why am I in this position? What is that? What am I supposed to do in this? What am I learning from this?
Yes.
However hard the situation is, however difficult, however easy it is, you still learn something, or you're still like there's a purpose there's a reason why everything is the way it is. I'll give an example. Like in the Bible, from Abraham to Joseph,
Yes.
or to Moses, everything is placed in a way that Abraham goes through the situation so that Isaac can get this. Isaac goes through the situation so that Jacob will find this. So God places you in positions so that He can either use you or He can teach you out of the situations.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow, that is encouraging. Wow.
It also it gets back to to the point you said, ministry, ministering with the family.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that's when you
It goes
say
back there.
someone
Yes.
doesn't
I
have
get it.
TV.
Yes, they don't have
Okay.
TV. They don't have technology. They
Exactly.
cannot, it's hard for them.
It's hard.
Yes.
And one of the things I've learned so far, once you stay idle,
And I don't mind.
okay,
It's the devil's work.
you get it.
Yeah.
No, I can tell you
Yeah.
from with when you read the covenants God made,
Yes.
several covenants, starting with Adam and Eve, then a man mentioned Enoch, then this flood guy, Noah,
Yes.
and then we come to Abraham.
Yeah.
And we are seeing God making a covenant with Abraham, but he's starting with a family.
Yes.
Where he said, one of the terms of the covenant,
Yes.
he said, you have to circumcise everyone in your household.
Every male.
Every male.
Yes.
Every male.
Yes.
Even guys who came to work.
Yep.
Okay? That was a ministry. Because when they go back, they spread the ministry.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
And then, to me, it is something we shouldn't give an excuse. I don't have a TV. I don't have internet. I
cannot
don't
access
have data, actually. Of late, data is, consumed.
Banned.
I don't know. It's just banned. It's like, Now, this is where we have to come out and say,
Yes.
okay, I'm a born again, or I'm not there as
Yes.
ministers, but I know God. I can use this time. I'm not so much engaged with what is happening out there,
Yes.
but I can talk to my cousins. I can engage my neighbors. I can engage my parents. I can engage with my friends. We have peers around us. So let us keep on talking.
Yeah.
Okay, let
Social
us.
relationship.
Yes, social relationship.
Yeah.
Another thing I've actually, some guy deals with psychology today. Morning, like, you guys, if you're hungry in your house, please don't stay inside. Okay, come outside so that people can see that you're hungry.
Yeah.
And they can provide a solution for you.
Yes.
And for youth out there, please, if you are bothered by this, it can be hangover, drugs, what? Please don't be indoor. Come to that veranda. Let us see you. Let the neighbors see you, and trust me.
At least sit on someone else's veranda.
It is actually, at least, yes.
I remember that story, yeah.
The maize flour, the
Yes,
kawunga
yeah.
and beans will come.
Wow.
Don't stay indoors.
Doors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
At
agree.
least get out a
Hey,
bit.
get out a bit, relax, and and like I said, you can get stories out.
Wow,
there.
wow. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you so much. I am loving this. I'm going to ask you guys to give final feedback and comments of what you would want our viewers to hear from you lastly as the show is coming to an end. Let me start with Claire. Let's do it briefly. Let everyone share what their final remark should be, and then we get rolling. Let us start with Claire. Claire.
My final remarks. My final remarks. Stay in God. Stay in God. Stay steadfast.
Yeah.
Just keep on building. It's just one step at a time.
Yeah.
We can't achieve all this just in a, let's say, just out of nowhere. It's one step at a time. We'll get there. We'll be there. But it's one step at a time. Take that step. Don't hold back. Take that one step. It adds something. It's something. It really adds something.
Thank you very much. Let us hear from you, Peter.
Okay. For my friends in business,
Yeah.
I know it's
They
hard.
are listening.
It's one of
Very
those
many young people in
moments,
business.
you want to forget in life.
Yes.
But I want to let you know that things won't change to where we are in just a minute.
Yeah.
Just like I said, it will be worse before it gets better. This economy is still shrinking. So we have to understand and take the principles of saving.
Yeah.
Let us be economical enough
Yeah.
to plan for tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, please make use of the opportunities around us.
Okay.
If the trading is not working out, please, it's okay. It's okay to sell off the stock. Okay? It's very okay than pushing for something that is really getting into waters every
Yes.
day.
Okay.
You know,
I get it.
it's okay to sell it out and get a new, maybe you go into service. For example, now spraying, you
Venture
know.
into another
Yes.
business.
It can work out. So please take this time, reflect, and think through what can work in your surroundings. Another thing, technology is picking up. For example, today people are using Zoom. Zoom is everywhere.
I like Zoom.
Okay? I'm sure even students at one point will start to discuss via
We've
Zoom.
actually started already.
You get it?
We've already started.
So we are not
Sheila, you are?
we are not getting back.
Yeah.
That's the truth. For students, for guys who can interface with the technology, please get use of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because this is the right time. We are not getting back.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, Peter. All right. Let's hear from you, Sheila. What are your final comments about this whole scenario?
Well, during this season, I've learned a lot.
Yes.
And I've learned to keep on dreaming.
Okay.
Like, this is not the end of the world. COVID-19 is not the end of the world. Someone once said, a wise man once said, if your dreams do not scare you,
Yes.
they are not big enough.
Okay.
So you need to dream big and keep chasing them, keep following them.
Yes.
Yes, and God is right behind you.
All right.
Yeah.
Behind and ahead of you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Sheila. It has been such a wonderful time talking about this with you. Thank you very much. I am happy. I don't know. I am excited.
Thank
I would
you for
love to
having
do this
us.
again and
Pleasure
again
is
with you. All right. So for the people who are watching us on Facebook, on YouTube, and those who are using the Gaba Community Church app, thank you very much. This show will air again next Thursday at 5 p.m. The YOtime Show. We are always happy when you send in your comments, like, press the comment button, comment, ask as many questions as you can, and it will be such a very beautiful time having you again next Thursday at 5 p.m. But before we leave, my pastor always usually does something, and it is found in the books of Numbers, chapter 6, verse 24 to 26. And you know what that says? He always gives us this blessing. Let me read this scripture as we conclude. May the Lord bless you and keep you. And may his face shine upon you. May he be gracious to you. May the Lord turn his face towards you, and may he give you peace. It has been nice having you guys. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. See you again, the YOtime Show.
Man. Bye.
Bye.
It is said that prayer is caught and never taught. People who tarry longer in the presence of God are the people that have learned the secret of prayer. Such an atmosphere is provided for here at Gaba Community Church every Friday, and this is your moment. It's such an atmosphere that you need. God bless you.